I don't know about you guys, but I am tired of growing carrots and getting leaves. Even though edible, I planted them for the carrots. And I am so tired of planting carrots and getting these or some little mediocre carrots that it's less than desirable at the minute. My name is Mary if you're new here, and I'm from Kingston, Jamaica, and here is my container garden. Guys, I might have the answer. We might have found the answer to our carrot wars, and I'm going to share that with you. Because if it works for me, and I'm in no way, shape, or form telling grown adults how to grow their food, what I will do is encourage you to grow food, but how you do it is entirely up to you. What information I'm going to give to you, it's not expert, but it's still being researched by myself and by others, but it might work. I have been using chicken manure, horse manure, and rabbit manure on my veggies, and they have been doing extremely well. But no matter how well I blend the soil for my carrots, they will have lovely green foliage, as you can see here. And then when I pull, the carrots are so tiny. And this is one of the things that we enjoy in our home the most, so we keep on buying them, and they're expensive. And so we must find a solution, and I believe, based on the feedback, this is the solution to our carrot problems. What I have in my container here is called Ratbat Manure. I am going to rename my husband Field Research Officer, because this is something that he researched for me initially, and he got this result. Right, this in my container here is Ratbat guano or Ratbat manure, and this is cured. This has been curing for a very long time. But before I go into how we use this, I'm going to give you a little bit of information on the animals that produces this manure. Now guys, as I said, carrots is one of the things that we enjoy the most in our home as a vegetable. We use it for juice, we use it for cooking raw, we eat it anyhow. I have some growing in here, and guys, it has been there for a few weeks now, and they are just not looking good. Now rat bats, guys, yes, I said rat bats. I am terrified of rat bats. They're quite a bit here. I'm not sure if there are caves in the mountains over next to us, but they come out at night. The rat bats usually live in caves, and they tend to hang upside down to nest. But I am terrified of them. So the minute my husband said, "Mommy, the answer might be Ratbat manure," I started looking up Ratbat manure. I had to do my research myself, because especially after the coronavirus scare and the controversy around bats and all of that, I had to do my proper research to see if this is actually a thing, right? So it is actually a thing. And a cool little history on Ratbat manure, guys. The rat bats poo over 30 times per day, I understand. So if you should have a large cluster of them in a cave, can you imagine the amount of poo that they'll pile up? And back in American Civil War, they actually used the rat bat poo to make gunpowder. Guys, Google it if you don't believe me. The rat bat poo was actually used. I'm seeing a worm here, guys. In the Civil War that started, I think it was 1861, years and years ago. Yes, they used it to actually. You think I'm playing with you? They use it to actually make gunpowder, and that's due to how high the potassium nitrate content was in that material. The things you learn each day is amazing. Guys, I'm on pest patrol duties as I talk with you this morning. I understand also that the Ratbat Manure, it has a out of all of the animal manure, it probably has the highest nitrogen content, and hence it is very, very good for leafy vegetables such as your collards and other leafy vegetables, and also for your lawn. So people tend to, it's not widely used because it is not easy to come by. It's very, very difficult given that it's some bats and mostly in caves, but persons use it to sprinkle into their lawn to make nice, pretty, green, fluffy lawns. So the nitrogen the nitrogen content in the Ratbat guano, it is extremely high compared to other fertilizers, manures. So it has to be used sparingly, and it lasts for a very long time in the soil. It can also be used as a what do you call it, compost accelerator, because it helps to break down the organic material very quickly when you're trying to make your own compost. So it has multi purposes based on what I'm reading and learning with you guys. I'm learning each and every day because I had no idea Ratbat Manure could be used for that purpose. Guys, I'm trying to keep my little butternut squash on the trellis. Can you see this little fruit right here? There's a fruit right there and one here. Guys, this is doing so well. So when my husband told me about Ratbat Manure, I wanted to know what Ratbat fed on, because we know our chickens eat grass, we know our cows eat grass, our rabbits eat grass. What does Ratbats eat? I wanted to know what poop coming out that I'm going to put on my food. Well, the Ratbats that are in Jamaica, they're fruit bats, I understand. If there are others, guys, let me know in the comments. If you were aware of this and you didn't let me know in the comments if you've ever used Ratbat Manure in your gardens, guys. The bats. So guys, I usually don't eat my mangoes in the morning if I see where they're bitten. I thought it was birds or rats who actually nibble on my mangoes in the nights. In the nights I can see the bats, and 1 or 2 times they came in the house as well. More than 2 times the ratbat would come inside. So I know there are ratbats outside. Little did I know that they were eating the mangoes. Our bats are fruit bats, and so they eat the fruits that we plant outside. I had no idea. So now that I am going to grow grapes, I need to ensure that I bag them when they start producing, because we have a lot of ratbats up here. So yes, if you come out and you see your fruit being nibbled on, they love bananas. They will eat your kneesberry. They like sweet fruits, and so they will enjoy your fruit in the nights, because bats come out only at night and sleep during the days, cozy in their caves. Guys, doing this research was so fun, because everything that I read about in there, I had no reason to look up Ratbat before, so it's just new, and I love to digest new information, and I feel privileged to be able to share it with you, because I know probably you were not thinking about that. And I have to give kudos to my husband for going out there and doing the research for me and getting resources that will help me to grow food and grow big, lovely carrots, the ones we envision to harvest with you guys. And so as I take on this journey, I will share whether or not it works with you. But I have so much more information that I need to give you on these amazing creatures. I need to harvest these pak choys out of here because they're sucking nutrients now they use up a lot of the water in the container, so I need to take them out so that my okras can do well. Guys, have any one of you heard of Kopi Luwak coffee? I read where it is one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive coffee in the world. And can you guess where that coffee came from? Alright, so if you don't know what coffee is, this is what it looks like. They're little berries that started out green and then they turn red, ripens, and that's when you harvest them. Usually you ferment your coffee, allowing the sap to rot off of the nut essentially, and then you parch those and then shell them and ground the beans into making delicious coffees to have in the mornings, night, whenever you enjoy your coffee. Now, this particular coffee is as a result of bat poop. So the bats would eat the ripe berries and then poo out the nut. Those nuts were collected, parched, and used to make the very expensive coffee. Kopi Luwak coffee. Look it up, guys. I kid you not. And this is not the first time I've heard of animals. I was told that the cats also, well, I watched a documentary where the cat ate the coffee, poop it out, and then they use that poop coffee seed to make very expensive coffees. Guys, that's one experiment. I'm not going to taste that coffee. No, neither of them. But yes, bats are versatile in our ecosystem. I had no idea. Guys, did you? Guys, can you see these carrots right behind me? Right here. These are a far cry from what I need to see growing my carrots. Far cry, guys. They need help. So everything else, the cabbages, basically everything else is doing well with the fertilizers that I have been using. As I said before, I used chicken manure, horse manure, and rabbit manure. Those three, they're all very high in nitrogen that the plants need to provide pretty green leaves. What we need are root tubers. So we're getting the leaves on the carrots, but not necessarily the root tuber that we really need to use. So as I was saying, guys, with the guano or the Ratbat Manure, it's not only rich in nitrogen, but it is also rich in phosphate and potassium, and that will help the plants to produce more fruits rather than just green pretty foliage, and that is what we really want. While I enjoy looking at it green and pretty, I want to be able to enjoy my carrots. I'm having struggles with carrots, and we must find a solution without have to go to the commercial fertilizer that we really don't want to have in our body. We're already consuming too much in terms of salt and so on. We really don't want too much chemical in our bodies, and I'm so looking forward to this Ratbat Manure working. Now, with every animal excretory, every animal feces, there are dangers. So I must discuss the dangers that are involved also using this Ratbat Manure. Same way I managed to grow these lovely peppers, I want to be able to grow carrots just as well. Look at how beautiful these are producing. Just check that out. Doing fine with just the rabbit and the chicken and horse manure. I need the carrots to be doing just as awesome as these. Guys, I'm just being quiet so you can hear the ocean. It is so quiet this morning, and so we can literally hear the ocean coming in, rushing into shore. Right, so as I said, there are dangers associated with using Ratbat Manure or Ratbat guano. It is accumulated in caves because these bats, they like it very dark during the day. They literally can't see during the days, so they nest in caves in clusters, and then their poop falls to the floor of the cave and accumulates and dries and sometimes gets very dusty. Now when collecting the ratbat manure, that's when it is most toxic, because it's not yet, sometimes it is composted in place, but because fresh dropping keep falling on it, that is when it is most dangerous. There you can get infections from it. When it dries and those dusty particles are released in the air, they contain infectious spores, and you can inhale that and you can become sick. You can get respiratory illnesses from it. So you're, well, advised. I am seeing, why I pause is, I am seeing the men in Jamaica mining the caves with no mask on. And I have been into caves in St. Elizabeth in the past where I've seen ratbat manure. It has not done any, maybe we're just immune to it, but you can get infection from those spores that are in the rabbit manure dust. So if you should handle it, and again I'm saying, I'm not telling you what to do, I am just experimenting with this, and if it works I will show you the result. But I don't want to go ahead and start doing it without taking you along the journey with me. The gentleman that my husband spoke to and he sourced this material for him, his produce are beautiful, and that's all he uses in his garden. This man is a Rasta man, and him don't believe in anything commercial, so we kind of trust him over listening to something commercially. I did do research, and it is used commercially, but it is very difficult to come by and extremely expensive, and so it's hard to come by, but it can be sourced. So yes, even though it has those toxic properties, though, it is one of the best fertilizers there is, because the thing is, with ratbat manure, it has microbes that cleanses the soil. These are known as what's the word? I know it will come back to me. It's bioremediation properties, and that cleanses the soil. So it not only enrich the soil you're planting in, but also cleanses it in order to get rid of some of those harmful bacteria and stuff out of your soil that will eventually give your plant diseases. So I am so excited to start using this this manure, and I will definitely keep you posted and let you know whether or not I start getting lovely carrots. Now let me just tell you how it is used, because it, like the rabbit manure that I can just put in my containers, this one cannot be used like that. Now this is referred to in the farming communities, and it is used a lot in Jamaica, surprisingly, and I did not know this. It is known as red gold, and it is mined in Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, so many parishes where there are a lot of fruit bats. And I'm told it gives the carrots a vibrant red color, so, or orange color. So let's see. Now for using it, I was told by the gentleman that you use a tiny portion, and I'm not going to use it now, guys, because I need to be in a mask and gloves to handle this. Alright, so you use that small portion in your soil, mix it in. This one cannot be used as a top dressing because it is extremely potent. This is very, very strong. And he said that once you place it in your soil when you're planting, you don't have to re-fertilize. It will fertilize the plant right throughout the life cycle of that plant. So guys, I am super, super excited to use this, and you would not believe the cost for this little bag of manure. So I'm hoping that it actually works. Guys, I appreciate you joining me as always. If you're watching and you've not yet subscribed, please go ahead and press that subscribe button, also the notification bell, so you'll be notified whenever I post another video. Please remember to like, leave your comments, share with your friends, guys, because if you enjoy my videos, chances are they will too. I'm drawing that from my husband, guys. Help me to thank him in the comment, and thank our farmer guy who assisted in sourcing this for us. We appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye bye, guys.